My fellow Nerdikins, welcome back to another episode of the Jank Tank. Today we've got another exciting gameplay video for you. It is going to be Majin Buu against Golden Frieza. I know I say this a lot, but I am very excited to bring this matchup to you because not only is this a very different build from what everyone's playing in their Golden Frieza, but it is also one of Tommy's first times featuring this this leader on the channel. Oh no, I think it might be the second time. But so I used Frieza's call to go ahead and play out Malicious Streak Frieza, and then he counterplayed with a charismatic villain. And Malicious Streak Frieza, when it's removed from the battlefield by a skill, it gets to you get to take a life and then play a 2-drop Frieza's army from your hand. And I apologize about the glare, but this is a 2-drop blocker Frieza. I can't remember what the name is currently. So it is Tommy's turn to he charges one of his Gohans because that Gohan is used for barrier removal, I believe, as well as a little bit of Unison Hate, and he happens to know that I don't play a Unison in this build. Now, when that blocker is KO'd, it allows me to play a 3-drop Frieza's army from my hand, and I know you can't see it, but this is Frieza Trained at Last. That's what it is. It is a 19k double striker. The rest of its abilities don't matter because it's actually meant for a different build or a different deck. It's meant for the I don't even know how to explain it, but it's the 5k Frieza Revived or whatever it's called. So he uses the 1-drop to Union Absorb, play out a 4-drop. Oh yeah, this deck has been featured one other time on the channel because I recall bringing up the fact that Tommy doesn't really like to swing with his tokens. So goes ahead and swings in with the 4-drop. I take that damage. And then he pluses up on the Unison to give the 4-drop Servant, so all those other fancy abilities are now active. And then he passes turn. And that's what I mean by him not swinging with his tokens. But then again, he is playing against a yellow deck, and yellow does like things to be in rest mode. So it may have actually been a smarter choice for him to leave that active. So I'm going to go ahead and play a Sorbet, which is a top 5 searcher for a 3 or less Frieza's army. And I go ahead and choose Riposte. And for those who aren't paying attention, Riposte is already live because I do have a Time Magic in my energy as well as a Frieza's Call in my drop area. So I proc the leader's ability to pop Sorbet to restand an energy and draw a card. And then I'm going to swing in with the 19k double striker. Tommy takes that damage. So, start of Tommy's third turn, he charges one of his other 4-drop boos. This one, unfortunately, cannot be Union Absorbed because it is a 20k, and the Union Absorbed specify a 15k. So, that's another reason why you charge it. Plus, the evolved target that it evolves from is the Gohan that is in his energy as well. He's spirit boosting, so he can steal something from my drop area. I don't have anything in there that has any keyword skills that he's interested in, so his leader doesn't gain any skills. But he's going to go ahead and spirit boost again to play another token, and then proc the ability to take a life. And then he's going to swing for 15k and then use EDK on me, which forces me to pitch that Vegito right there. And I take the damage from that swing. He's going to awaken. Then he stacks the Unison. And then Spirit Boost so he can seal my Double Striker off the board. And now his leader gains Double Strike. So he goes ahead and swings with his 15k Double Strike. I go ahead and counter that with Repost, which, if I remember correctly, causes him to end his turn. So I don't think he wants to swing through it, because obviously his Unison doesn't do anything since it's a 1k Unison. So yeah, he does end turn. So I start my turn 3. Play Frieza's Call. Which I will play out the Malicious Streak Frieza again, since I only need to take 1 life in order to awaken. So I do that. Proc my leader's ability, then proc the Malicious Streak Frieza's ability. And now I'm going to proc my leader's awaken. Tap 1 to play out a Sorbet for a top 5 search. And then I grab a Tagoma. Tagoma. Then I tap 1 to play out the Tagoma to draw a card. And here he's just seeing what that giant wall of text says, and I just tell him, like, the rest of it literally doesn't matter. One's just a draw, one's just a search. So I pop Taguma to proc my leader's ability. And then I swing at his lead with mine for 15k. He counters with a Bupo. And then I pass turn because I do not want to attempt to swing through Bupo, because while I do have a fairly sizable hand, it's not enough to feel comfortable to swing through Bupo. And plus, pretty much everything I have in my hand, I want in my hand. And there, Tommy's just asking if I can use my leader's ability to pop Riposte, which I can. I actually really like how archetypal I have this build. It's essentially just draw and stall until I can get to the point where I drop my boss monsters, which is ideally turn 5. So Tommy Spirit Boost to create another token. Plus up on the Unison to give his rest moded card Servant. And here he plays out another 4-drop. He was talking about possibly playing out the black 4-drop, but he decided against it to play this out instead, because you don't really want to go into the black 4-drop until you have the 5-drop Boo in your hand that wipes both sides of the board, and you don't really want to play that card out before 5 energy, because his ability to bring himself back to the battlefield from the drop, if he's removed by skills, doesn't proc until you have 5 energy. So I'm going to super combo out of this attack. As well as super comboing out of this attack. Because because it is getting closer to my turn 5, I am trying to dig to get all the pieces that I need in order to go into my boss card. So he plays out a Gohan, and then I counterplay with a Vegito. And then he swings with a Gohan, taps down a token, and then I use the Vegito's blocker ability. And then he passes turn. So I charge another Time Magic. Tap 1 to play another Taguma to draw a card. Tap 1 to play a Frieza's Call. And if I remember correctly, I believe I play out a Military Command Frieza, which is the blocker Frieza, but I could be wrong about that. I think that's what I play out. Yep, Military Command Frieza. And then I proc my leader's ability, resend energy, draw a card. swing with my leader. His lead is buffed right now because of the leader's ability to pop cards from underneath it to give it a 5k until the end or the start of his next main phase. But that's fine. I'm just doing stuff. And then this is what Frieza is that? It is Agony of Hell Frieza, which allows me to bring one Frieza card back to my hand. And that's specifically Frieza, not Frieza's army or Frieza clan. It has to be a Frieza. Which is also really nice because I can bring back my Repose. I can bring back the blocker. I can bring back the Self-Awakener if I haven't awakened yet. So he goes ahead and plays another token. And then procs the leader's ability to give the leader a boost. Tap 1 for Realm of the Gods, tap down his Gohan and one of his 4 drops. So he swings with his other 4-drop. I riposte. Alright, so start of my turn 5. I tap 5 to play Frieza Divine Transformation. He tries to KO it. Cannot do it. And then I pop the Agony of Hell Frieza for my leader's ability. Here I'm remembering that I forgot to do something and Tommy let me go ahead and take it back. So he's popping 2 of his tokens in order to save his 4 drops, but his Gohan does get KO'd. And then I evolve into the 7-drop Frieza, the Emperor of Universe 7. Which is going to make it so he has no choice but to take some form of damage. So I swing with the Triple Striker and he calls it. And that's the game. If you like what you saw, go and smash that like button, comment, and subscribe. Every little bit counts. Stay tuned for the deck profile of the Frieza deck for anyone who's interested. I know it's been topping fairly frequently, so a lot of people have been playing it, but my build is completely different than anyone else's. So y'all just stay nerdy.